Happy Monday, everybody. Today on Good Luck High Five Board Games, we have something a little bit different. I'm going to invite my friends Megan and Maria from Good Luck High Five to play the brand new Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions constructed card game using the two campaign decks, Destruction and Death. Now, they've never played this game before, so I'm going to teach them how to play, have them play each other using the campaign decks, and talk a little bit about what makes this game so great. All right, so this is the setup for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions. Your deck is built with 30 cards. Separate from your deck, you will each have, so Megan, you are playing the Destruction campaign deck.
Yes.
And Maria is playing the Death campaign deck. On the top of each of your decks are your 4 champions, so you can pull those off and look at them. These are separate from your 30 card deck, and you choose how to build your champions when you're deck building.
I build my champion like out of flesh and bones?
No, like your 4 champions are a team.
Okay.
And each of them has points, which are assigned in the green numbered circles on the card's frame.
Is that like power or toughness?
It is neither. It is actually deck building points. So you get 20 points to assign to champions, which live outside of your 30 card deck. So each of these should have 17 points spent on champions for each of you. And the number in the red is a modifier to your starting life total. So each player starts with 30 life, but then that total is modified by the champions you choose. So you might have a super powerful champion, but then that brings your life total back a little bit. Or you might have a weaker champion who gives you additional life to start with.
So I'm net 0 here. My skeletons each give me 1 because they're kind of crappy, and my vampire queen and my vampire lord each give me -1.
Right, so you're going to start with 30 life.
Got it.
Wow, this one seems like this must be a bad card because it gives me 2 life.
It's not a bad, there are no bad cards.
Okay. That seems.
I mean,
you're teaching this game to 2 Magic players. Keep that in mind.
That is true. So you start with 30 life, but then how much are we adding to your life total?
I'm adding 4, but taking away 1. So I'm adding 3, 33.
33.
Yeah.
All right, so these are your 4 champions for the game. The next 4 cards in your deck are the Blessings. Now, these are game-changing abilities that will only be unlocked once your champion has completed its quest. And the quest of each champion are the symbols located in the 4 corners of their card.
Well, mine's going to be to find the Holy Grail. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's totally great. So the shield is deploying a unit.
Mine is finding the best ramen in the city.
Ooh, that is a really good quest.
It's a good quest.
Yeah.
Super into that one. Blue is a spell, casting a spell. The sword with the 2 arrows around it is an ability. The orange sort of spiky flame is damage. The green health file, P-H-I-A-L, file.
Are we learning vocabulary?
Yes, we are. Is healing, and the X is removing.
What's the difference between a file and a vial?
A file is what you use to shave your nails down.
Or what you would keep files in.
Wait,
Like
what?
you would keep files
You're
in a
spelling
file.
with the PH, though.
Oh, yeah, but what about
a file is like a vessel for liquid. A file.
Okay.
But a vial, you put
It's
liquid in
also a
it.
vessel for liquid.
Right, but that's how would you spell that word?
V-I-A-L.
V-I-A-L.
Sure. I think that's the same word.
Oh, okay.
I just like spelling it with a PH.
Of course you do, you fancy man.
So your blessings. Once your
Can I pick them up?
Yeah, absolutely. You take those 4 out of there and take a look at them. Your blessings are either active abilities or passive abilities that will activate once your champion has rotated all the way around to their beginning.
If I thought this was tapping and attacking, now I'm just crazy.
Nope.
This attacks with its butt.
No, they actually attacking. You'll see in a second, but it doesn't actually work like that at all.
Oh, okay.
So if you had this champion in this lane and you deployed a unit in front of the champion, this champion wants a unit to be deployed, so it would rotate this way, and now the upper left-hand corner is different than it was before. In this case, the icon is the same, but as you rotate this champion around, once you've accomplished all 4 objectives, it has completed its quest, and the blessing underneath it would then be revealed, and you would get to activate its ability at that time.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, well, We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
All right, so the way this is going to work is all 4 of these blessings are going to be shuffled face down and placed underneath the champion, or starting, I guess, on the champion lanes. So we're going to shuffle all 4 of these and place them face down so you can't see what's underneath them on the champion lanes. And then your champions are going to start in your hand because we're going to do a champion placement phase to begin the game.
So my blessings
Fancy.
are shuffled,
Yep.
just like real blessings.
That's right.
Yeah.
You never know what blessing you will be blessed with in your life.
It's true.
So neither of you knows what blessings are face down in their respective lanes.
No.
So you know what's a real blessing right now, though?
What?
Like this Pilates ball that I'm sitting on.
Oh.
I always, you know,
Your
like,
posture is
my
impeccable.
posture feels better.
Do you have some like lower back, like some sort of like core?
What are you doing
I'm working
right
my
now?
core. This is my
I'm
core.
my God.
uncomfortable with the way
All
you're
right.
moving.
Fair
I
enough.
just want to put that out
Horrifying.
I'm going to randomly choose, because she hasn't insulted me the most recently, I'm going to randomly
Okay.
choose
Ooh,
Maria
nice.
to be the
Wow.
first player.
there. I just want to point
That
out
was
that
so
she was
random.
just as uncomfortable as I was.
That's true, but she didn't vocalize her uncomfort.
Oh, and if that's not a life lesson, I don't know what is.
So, Maria, you are the first player, so you are going to take one of your champions and place it in any of the 4 lanes.
Okay, watch out. My bloody vampire queen is hitting up this lane.
Yep, so it would just cover the blessing that is underneath it in that lane.
She's
now you,
super
Megan,
powerful.
are going to place 2 champions
Okay.
in either lanes. Now, the way these cards work is you're going to see at the bottom of some of them have these little maps of the playfield on them. The squares in red represent the opposing lanes,
Okay.
and the squares in green represent your lanes.
What about these squares that are white?
So the white are your lanes. So the red is just showing you that these lanes are activated, and the white are representing your side of the board.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do the same.
Okay. So Mega Boss is going in lane 2.
Yeah, and then I'm going to put this Bone Splitter Shaman right here, and I don't know what this means. These are active now?
Yep. So the ability of the Bone Splitter Shaman is that while there is while the highlighted Auric unit has support of 2, you will increase this champion's damage done with spells by 3. So it's showing you what lanes apply to this ability.
Okay.
So if there are units in these 2 lanes that have support of 2, meaning that there are 2 cards deep, and I'll get to what support means in a second, but meaning that there are at least 2 cards stacked up in each of those lanes, any damage that you do with a spell is going to be increased by 3.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right, so now you are going to place 2 additional champions.
Okay.
Is there any strategy to this placement?
There is a little bit, but in these starting decks, not yet 2, I said 2.
Yeah, but it's only one.
But she doesn't know what it is yet,
It's true.
Oh.
right? So
Okay.
now you're going to place your final 2 in the lanes,
Boom. Boom.
and then you will place your final champion there.
Skeleton.
So the strategy here is that, for the most part, wizards will never put units out in front of them. They will only put spells out in front of them. The caveat to that is any that are warrior wizards. So this bloody vampire queen is both a warrior and a wizard, so she can put
She's a
units
real
out in front of her.
multitasker.
Wow.
So any units that rely on removal, unit removal is generally easier than spell removal. So if you have a champion that requires removal, you'll want to put it in front of a warrior rather than a wizard, because you'll get more opportunities. And again, that's like just sort of a generic feel to it.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right. So now, this is the placement for the beginning of the game. If you look through your decks, you're going to see 3 different types of action cards. Now, there are 30 cards in each of your decks that are now sitting in front of you.
Cool.
There are units, and if I can borrow a unit from you, just any unit you want, the units will deploy as an action into a lane in front of a champion. You can put them in any lane where there is a champion that is a warrior. A unit can only go in a lane with a warrior champion.
Okay, these are all warriors.
Yours are, but over here, this is just a wizard.
I have a wizard.
So
Okay.
you may not deploy a unit into this lane.
Okay.
All right? Now, once you've deployed it, The very first thing that happens is it will do its ability based on the first corner. So in this case, this Feasting Vargeist, corners 1 and 2 will gain you the amount of health in the corner. That's what that little turn symbol means.
Because it's drinking blood.
Yeah. And then the third corner, it will draw that number of cards.
Sick.
So the first round, when this comes out, you gain 1 health. So you'll move up 1. The next time it's your turn, what happens is all of your cards in the action row will rotate. And then after they've all rotated, all of their abilities fire. So you'll
which
gain
one?
another health.
Okay, it's the left-hand corner.
Yep, it's still the upper left-hand corner, the number facing you. And then in the third round, when this rotates, you'll draw 2 cards. The fourth round, whenever you rotate a card and it doesn't have a symbol in the corner, it goes away into your discard pile.
Okay.
Okay? Those are units, and units do anything that their numbers show. If there is an X in the corner of any card, a unit or a spell, the text on the card is blank.
What?
What do you mean?
So in this case,
I definitely see words there.
if you were to play this has X in the corner. The text says remove a highlighted unit and do corner damage to your opponent. Now the little icon down here is telling you that the highlighted unit is the one directly across from the unit, but because the corner is X'd, that text will not happen until it rotates to a number. So when you play this right away, the unit will not be removed until there is a number in the corner. Once the number in the corner happens, then you will remove a highlighted unit and deal 2 damage to your opponent.
Jeez. Okay.
That's units. Spells work exactly the same way, however, they are bordered in blue and can only be deployed by wizards.
Gotcha. So this friend.
Yep, and
I have some.
Yeah, you have some as well, and you have 2 options to deploy your spells. You only have 1 option to deploy your spell.
Gotcha.
Abilities are the third type of card in your deck, and abilities can be deployed by anybody.
Oh, like Opportunity Strike?
Yeah, like Opportunity Strike or Tactical Formation. These can be done by anybody as long as it says any on the text. This particular ability can only be deployed by a warrior. Now, there is a caveat to that. Any wizard that has a spell in their action space cannot perform an ability. A warrior that has a unit in its action space can perform an ability, but a wizard can't. He's too busy channeling that
spell.
The arcane magic with a K.
All right.
All right?
Sure.
That's it.
You're just all over the weird spellings today.
I mean, M-A-G-I-C-K is a pretty common form.
Oh, I thought you were spelling arcane with a K.
Also arcane. Like cane.
I was like,
oh
okay.
My God.
Sure.
All right, so that's how it's going to work. On everybody's turn, you get 2 actions to spend on playing cards. Drawing cards is a little bit different from your regular CCGs. You can draw cards by spending actions to do it. However, as soon as you do, your turn is over.
Gotcha.
So you can spend both of your actions to draw cards, but if the very first thing you do in your turn is draw a card by spending an action, you must then spend your second action to also draw a card, and your turn is over.
Gotcha.
You can't draw a card as an action and then do a
thing
thing after that.
Word.
You can do a thing and then draw a card.
Or I can draw.
Right, or draw.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Cool.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Nope. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So shuffle up your decks.
Question now, when I'm dealing damage, am I dealing it always to the opponent, or am I ever dealing it to the champions?
The champions have no life. Only your opponent has life.
Second question. How do I rotate my champion so that I can unlock the blessings?
The champions rotate whenever their corner action is fulfilled.
And what do my corner actions want? Red shield.
Yep, red shield is a unit. So anytime you play a unit, you'll rotate.
Rotate it.
This one needs a specific unit. This one wants a vampire unit.
Okay, got it.
This one wants me to gain life.
Yep.
And then it wants me to deploy a spell.
Yes.
And then it wants me to play an ability card.
Yep.
And then it wants me to play a spell.
Correct.
Cool.
And the way that you want to play this is you're obviously playing it to deal the most damage to your other player, but underneath your champions, the blessings are very powerful. So if you can play in such a way so as to accelerate moving to your blessings, you'll want to do that.
Gotcha.
Okay. Follow-up question. What is what's that X one there?
Removal. Yep.
Remove a spell or unit from any player. So that means I have to play one of my creatures that can take something off.
A creature or ability or spell that will remove either an opponent's unit or spell or your own. Your own removal spells will trigger that as well.
Okay.
All right.
And the support keyword for you, normally you can't play a unit into a lane that already has a unit.
Okay.
However, if you're playing a card that has the support keyword on it,
Gotcha.
you can.
Okay.
The unit underneath becomes irrelevant except for its support ability. That now has support 2.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, let's do it.
All right,
Sounds
so
good.
your first player, you will draw 4 cards off the top of your deck. You will draw 5 cards off the top of your
Mulligan.
deck.
Just kidding. Okay, I did it.
All right, so now you have 2 actions to spend.
I shuffled my reference card.
Don't
in.
shuffle your reference card into the deck.
I think I did too. So, well, you know, I have 2 things I can do. I suppose I should just like...
Yeah, so given the option, if you really don't know what to do, you'll want to always check to see if you can fulfill an objective of your warrior's quest.
Ooh, that one seems kind of bad. I guess, can I do this? Can I put this there?
Yep, so Crypt Shield Black Knight, corners 1 and 2, will reduce damage received from the highlighted enemies, and that's in your opponent's lane directly across from you and on either side. So you're doing basically a shield, like the Shield Black Knight. You're reducing any damage
Wait,
that comes in.
I want to put it somewhere else.
Sure, you can put it there.
Wait, no, I can't put it there.
You can, but you probably don't want to.
Yeah, I'll put it under the skelly.
All right, and because you deployed a unit, you will then rotate your champion 90 degrees.
Boop.
Yep. So now it wants another unit, but you can't put a unit right there.
Okay,
right now.
got it.
So that's one action.
And this... Oh, I've messed up. Oh well. No, I don't. I have to discard if I play this thing? That seems bad. I have to discard. As this enters play, discard 1 card from your hand?
Correct.
Wow. I'll discard this.
All right.
Soul
so that's
Slayer.
Soul Stealer. Slayer.
Stealer.
Soul Stealer.
Whatever.
So this has no
Super metal.
text on it right now, so it won't do anything just yet.
Yeah.
All right. Back to you. Now
All
you have
right.
2 actions to spend.
Oh, wait, does this go?
Yes, it will. Yep. You
Chink.
will rotate
Okay.
because you have played a unit.
Okay. So I am going to... I'll play this unit, Brute Smashes.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, tap damage to your opponent. If this unit has support 2, the damage is done with rend. I don't know what that means.
And that's corner damage, not tap damage. So
Okay.
the symbol means
Yeah.
corner.
Corner
I get that.
damage.
Corner
So
damage.
You will deal 2 damage.
I'll deal 2 damage.
Nope, it stays.
Oh.
It stays vertical.
Okay.
Until next turn, then we
Yep,
turn
until
them?
the
I
beginning
deal
of the round.
2 damage.
2 damage. So you lose 2 health.
And
Yep.
I did 2 damage, so I rotate this friend.
Correct.
Okay, and then let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll do the same thing over here.
Yeah.
Deal 2 damage.
So you
Del-
have deployed a unit, so
Yeah,
that will
so
I'll
this
keep
will
these
rotate
the same.
also.
It doesn't. No, you can rotate the blessings with it. It doesn't matter.
I know, I'm
Okay.
just trying
Either
to
way is
match Megan.
I get it. All right, so she has passed back to you. It is now
Great.
your turn. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to rotate all of your units.
Rotate it.
Yep, and you'll
Boom,
rotate
boom.
from left to right. It tends to not matter, but in this
Okay.
case. Now you'll go from left to right and do all the things that need to do. So you already
2.
discarded a card from your hand, so you're going to deal 2 rend damage.
What does that mean?
Rend is it will ignore any damage reduction abilities on your side.
Gotcha. So 1, 2.
Yep.
All right.
Corners 1 and 2 reduce damage received from highlighted enemies by tap.
Yep. So you should have reduced this by 1 the
Oh,
last round. So you'll gain 1 health back.
okay. And then,
So now when this rotates and does 2 more damage to you, you're going to reduce it by 1.
okay.
So you're only going to take 1 damage from this next turn.
Does it still deal 1 because there's a 1 up there?
Nope, the corner numbers only do what the effect on the card says.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, so that happened.
Yep, so now you have 1 card in your hand.
Yep. Oh, I have to pay to draw and stuff?
Yeah, if you don't want to play that card, you will need to draw 2.
I don't know why I would play this card that says that it doesn't do anything on it.
So let's take a look at it. Deploy it right here, and I'll show you what it does. So they don't have X's in the corners, which means the text is still active. But it also doesn't have a number because a number there would be irrelevant. So this can only be deployed by a vampire champion, which this is a vampire champion. Highlighted units and spells are dormant. So you have locked down these units. They will not rotate, and their effects do not take place.
Huh. Okay.
Okay? That's not a bad spell to play.
All right, I'll play it then.
You've done that.
But I can't do anything else because I can't draw.
You can draw.
Oh, I can?
Because you only took one action deploying here.
I see.
So you
I
still
can't
have
draw
one action
first.
left. Right.
So draw.
Yep, so now you draw,
Got
and
it.
now we'll pass back to you.
Okay.
And normally your units would rotate, but
they
because they
don't.
are dormant,
They're
will
terrified.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me more about support, because I have a lot of stuff that talks about it. Like
Yep.
if this unit has support 2, the damage is done with rend.
not. So if there was a unit underneath
Gotcha.
that unit, because it has the stacking keyword on it,
Okay.
you can either put this unit on top of an existing unit because it has the stacking keyword, and then it triggers off of whatever support X, whatever
Okay.
the number is how how many units are in the stack.
Gotcha. Okay, first I'm going to Deadly Chop.
Yeah.
Remove a highlighted spell or unit. 1 damage to your opponent.
You
so
got
I'll
it.
I'll
Remove Terrify.
zap.
And deal a
I'm
damage.
zapped.
And because this wants healing, you won't
I don't
remove
get
that.
to-
But
yeah.
this doesn't stay away. It goes into your
Okay.
discard pile.
Goodbye. And then, let's see. I think that I will... Okay, this one says, if this champion controls a unit with support 2, what does that mean?
So if this champion had support 2 in its lane,
Gotcha.
then that ability
would be relevant. Cool. Then I'm going to go ahead and... Oh boy. I have no idea. Sorry. I'm going to Wait, I
you can
discard
always you
to
don't
draw?
have to discard to draw. You just draw.
I just draw.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll draw.
There you
Pass
go.
back to you.
All right. So now you can rotate.
All right, everybody, let's rotate. Bloop,
Rotate. So now this will deal corner rend damage to your opponent. So 4
4?
damage,
Ow.
Ooh,
1,
which is
2,
why
3,
you
4.
discard, because you've done 6 damage with one
bloop.
card.
My dragon's
That's a
pretty
lot.
good.
Ouch.
And what is corner 3?
I do 2 damage.
Yep, corner damage to your opponent. So 2
2
more.
corner damage.
1, 2.
Cool.
Okay.
And now it is.
And now
You have 2 actions.
I'll play my Bloody Thirst.
Bloody Thirst. So you probably don't want to play this yet because it can only be played by a vampire champion, but you want to remove an ability first because that's what that card will do. It triggers if that champion has removed a unit this turn, you would gain 6 health.
Oh, well, doesn't it just stay there until...
No. Abilities are one shot.
Oh, it's a one-shot thing. Okay,
Yep.
so I guess I'm just going to draw 2.
Draw 2. Pass back. Your units are no longer dormant because the spell is gone.
I see, it's an ability.
I'll deal 2 to you.
So rotate first. Rotate everything first.
Rotate.
And then go back to the beginning and do
1, 2, 3, 4.
There you
Boop.
go.
Cool.
And you're missing your shield ability now, so it's full damage. No, you were right. Yep, I'm just reinforcing the learning.
Why didn't I mean, why am I missing it?
So, because the shield ability only activates on corners 1 and 2. Corners 1 and 2 reduce damage received from...
I wish they were, like, on there so that I knew. You know what I mean?
You wish what were on there?
Like, a corner 1 and 2 had a little, like, a little shield.
No, one
I'm
shield.
going to put this onto here.
Yeah.
And it says corner damage to your opponent increases by 1 per support. So right now it says nothing. Also, this is a little orc friend, right? This is an orc, so I rotate this.
Yes, you would rotate.
Rotate.
Nice.
And then I'm going to draw as my second
and
action.
pass back.
Go.
Cool.
So you'll rotate both of your units.
All right, we're spinning on down.
And now they have no
Nothing
numbers in
happens.
their corner, so they would be removed from the field.
Ah, they've made their
They've
journey.
done their thing. Yep.
Okay. I guess I can play. What does this one want?
An ability.
An ability to rotate again. this one wants another thing. So I'll put this Charging Black Knight here. Now, does this ability happen?
No,
Not
the ability
until I
won't
turn
happen
it?
because there's an X in the corner.
Okay,
but you
you're
will
right.
get to rotate your champion.
Okay, skeleton upside down. And then I'll play another one here. This is a vampire. That wants a vampire.
Yeah, and you will gain 1 health. So that will rotate
so that
90
rotates.
degrees.
Gain a
Gain
health.
a health.
I'm done.
Pass back.
Oh, this
Oh.
is
So
kind
now
of neat.
Right.
both of your units will rotate.
Yes. This one rotates. This one rotates. Nothing happens. And then since it's on a little stack, it does 3 to you.
Correct.
So the bottom one under it doesn't ever rotate? That's just stuck there?
Yep, it's stuck there. And when this
Okay.
unit goes away, when this unit has completed its 4 corners, both of them will be removed from the game.
Okay.
Got it.
Fun. Let's see.
So you're kind of making a decision like, well, my dude's
Has
gonna
that
be
unit
done
almost done
forever.
anyway, I might as well stack him.
Okay.
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to play anything here because it'll just get removed.
Right.
So I will. Let's see.
I feel like this like rotating and turning thing and different things happening based on the card position is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wait till you get to see what blessings are underneath.
Oh, I'm
Cool
so
things.
excited. I've almost got this one.
Yep.
Let's see.
But this ability, you told me don't do it until I've... Oh, I see. Then this is going to go, and then I can...
Probably not, because that's not a vampire champion.
God dang it!
Sorry, I'm
shoulda-
just confused. I'm not confused. I'm just taking a moment.
Take as much time as you need.
That sounds like a good T-shirt that you would see at
I'm
like
not confused. I'm just
just
taking a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to play this one onto here. Corner damage to your opponent. If the highlighted champion costs 7 or more, the damage is done with rend.
So you can't play that unit.
Oh, it
because
doesn't have stacking.
Yep,
Oh,
you have to
I can
wait for
only
this
put it on
unit to
top.
clear away.
Oh, okay. In that case, I think all I'm going to do with this turn is draw 2.
Draw 2.
1,
Great.
2.
All right.
Cool.
Rotate first.
Oh yeah. Rotate. This deals 2.
You rotate from left to right, and then you activate from left to right.
Activate. Corners 1 and 2 gain
Gain a health.
1 health. Okay. I'm 21.
And then here it would remove a
Remove the
unit, but there's no
highlighted.
unit there.
Oh, it's only from across from me because of the little picture.
You got it.
Wow.
But it will do 2 damage.
Okay, well, that was a really bad play. All right.
That's,
Two
you,
damage.
but
I
you
take 2
prevented.
damage. 1, 2.
You
Yeah,
prevented
I didn't play
her
something
from
there.
playing
Okay.
a unit there.
All right, so I suppose this is so sad.
That's not going to do you
That
any
doesn't
good.
do it. These would have worked so well together. Anyway, okay. This X means it wants removal. I'm gonna draw.
2?
Yep.
Okay.
There,
Right.
look, it's my booster card.
Hey, there you go. We'll get to why those are important in a minute.
Okay.
All right, back to you, Wolf.
All right. I will rotate. This
will?
goes away.
Yes.
This has no text right now.
Correct.
All right.
You
So,
have 2 actions to spend.
yes, I sure as heck do, buddy.
Yeah.
First, I'm going to go ahead and play this one. Wait, no, is that correct? I don't know. Okay. So first, I'm going to go.
Order of operations does matter. So like
Yes,
that's
I know.
a really
Yeah.
relevant thing in this particular game.
I also just feel like so many of mine, like it's like, oh, I want to do this, or right, or I want to try and do this, and it's just like I don't have cards that do those things.
Yeah, so you can that's another decision that you
So
can
sometimes
make.
it's just like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
Yep.
Corner damage to your opponent. If the highlighted champion costs 7 or more, the damage is done with rend.
There you go.
So that means this one, right? And it does. It costs 8.
No, so the highlighted champion is in
Oh,
your
the one
opponent's
across.
section. So this bloody vampire queen costs 9.
Oh, so it does still.
So it was deal it with rend, but there's nothing that would prevent that damage
Okay.
anyway. So
well,
1
you
damage.
you take 1 damage.
Boop. 20.
And then I'm also going to go ahead and play this. Where's the other one?
So because you have support 2 here,
Yeah.
your Bone Splitter Shaman's ability is active.
Oh, well.
So if you have a spell that will deal damage,
Oh, I do.
it will be increased by 3 as long as this still has a support 2.
Okay, well, it doesn't. I don't have one that does that right now.
Can I ask you a
it does.
question,
I'll
Nicholas?
play this.
Yeah.
But
When
right
this-
now it doesn't do anything.
This
Right.
Bloody Vampire Queen, when this champion removes a highlighted unit, move 1 vampire unit from your discard pile to your hand. How can she remove anything?
So it would be an ability that she, either a card in front of her that does removal or an ability that you play in that lane.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So that's what it refers to. Whenever it refers to a
Actually-
champion, it refers to something being done in that champion's
yeah.
lane.
All right, it's your go.
Okay, so we're gonna rotate first. Boom, boom, boom. Take 2? No,
You're
wait.
going to draw 2 cards. Because corner 3 is draw corner
sick.
cards.
Wow.
And then that will go away.
Hey, I don't need that.
No, you don't need that.
What is this?
So then this unit rotates away.
This one?
Yep. Because there's no
there's
number in the
nothing
corner.
else happening
Right.
in their life. And it has to be, the removal spells are for the lane that they happen in.
Mm-hmm.
So I
So
could,
if you have something...
I do. I could play removal on here, which would remove a
Yep,
thing.
that's correct.
And then this will trigger.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yep.
rotates.
So that will
It
be
removes
removed.
this.
that
Yep.
removes that.
Into your discard
Shuffle
pile.
1 unit from your discard pile into your deck.
Yep.
I guess my dragon, which seems cool. I don't know. How about your How about your draw 2? Oh no, that's still on the table. Okay.
And then that goes into your discard pile.
Okay. Oh, immediately?
Yeah. Any abilities, once they happen, move into your discard pile.
Cool. All right, and I have one more thing to do.
So if you have a vampire unit, putting it into that lane would be a good idea.
I do have a vampire unit. Why would it be a good idea? Oh,
Because
I
that's
can do
what it
again.
wants now in the corner.
I have this vampire.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's frenzied.
I never thought I could turn twice in a turn.
You can turn twice in a turn. You can't turn twice in the same action. So, for example, if you have an ability where it wants an ability and then damage, if you play an ability that causes damage, it will only trigger the ability corner, not both corners. So
Gotcha.
one card can only trigger one corner of a thing.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so my go. Rotate. Rotate. This does 3 to you.
I take 3.
Yeah.
17.
So this never has a blank corner. Does it still go to discard eventually? or
Once it
no?
goes all the way around.
Okay, so next turn, instead of going like this, it'll go away.
Right.
Okay. Cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'll just go ahead and deal 2 damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
15.
And that goes away. And then I will draw a card.
So if let's
My
go.
booster
Yep.
card.
Yep. Let's grab that opportunity strike, and if you
Okay.
play it in this lane,
Uh-huh.
it will still deal 2 damage, but you will have done
Oh,
the
I
ability.
didn't realize that I could play it on a stack.
Abilities can be played by champions that are occupied, but not
What?
wizards with a spell. So you could not play it in this lane.
I would have
But you
done this
could-
ages ago.
Yep.
Okay, do this.
Yep.
All right.
Turn that.
Rotate.
Yep.
It already dealt the damage.
There you go. It already dealt the damage, but you
Wow.
can get a rotation.
Mind
out of it,
blown.
Yeah.
Wow, Nicholas.
There
Wow.
it is.
Oh, and then in that case, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Can only be deployed onto a stack of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll rotate this again, right?
Yeah.
And that's a full rotation?
Did it go all the way around? Sure did.
Okay.
So your blessing underneath will immediately be revealed.
Okay.
The moment of truth.
Blessing. Damage to your... So it goes right here?
Yep, it would normally go there, but for the interest of the camera, we'll just kind of tuck it up a little
right
bit.
here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that will deal corner damage to your opponent.
All right. So it does 3 to you right now.
It will indeed.
Wow, I'm
Cool.
getting perilously low on life here.
You are.
Yeah, but
You've done your actions.
I have done both my actions.
Coming
Your
back to
turn.
you.
Time to turn.
Time to turn.
Turn that nothing happens there.
Correct?
This one does. Deals 1 to you.
Yep, corner damage to your opponent.
All right, 22.
Remove a highlighted unit.
There's no unit in that lane, but
Nope.
if there was, you would have gained an additional action this
Got
turn.
it. And this is still not dead, or no, it
Nope,
is.
yep, it will.
Okay, that's gone. Well, what can I do?
Things are looking grim. You gotta deal some damage.
I know, but how? Gosh, that's not good. That's not good. I can play this, but that doesn't really do anything.
It will rotate this.
Rotates that thing. Whoa, is that thing gonna do 7 to me?
It's going to do 10.
It's gonna do 10 to you.
That seems really bad. So I can play can I play this ability here to remove a
Yeah, you
highlighted
should
spell or
absolutely
unit?
do that.
Okay.
That's a really good thing to do right now.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
So you will remove that highlighted spell or unit. So the
Okay.
spell will fly away. You will then shuffle 1 unit from your discard pile into your deck, and you have fulfilled this removal
Oh,
corner.
I have.
So it will now rotate.
So question,
91
when does
degrees.
this trigger? Before or after this enters? If that was ever relevant.
It would be before. So you could, if it said
If
shuffle
it's
a card, you
a
could
card.
not shuffle
Okay.
that card in because it's still active.
All right. I'll take a removal again, I guess.
It's got to be a
I don't
unit.
know.
not
Yeah,
an
but it
ability.
is just a removal
Oh,
unit.
okay. Yep. Just
Gosh
making
darn
sure.
it. Or I could have a life gain unit.
Ah,
No.
you were representing lethal damage there in that removal spell.
Really,
That really saved
messed
me.
you up.
Okay, I am done.
All right,
All right.
back to you. So
this
yep, you will
rotates.
turn that, and you will also turn your blessing.
Oh, that's right. So it deals 3 to you again.
Wow,
Yes.
this blessing is bad news.
Down to
Who
9.
called this
All
a
right.
blessing?
My first action is going to be to play this ability, which has 2 damage to your opponent. Increase the damage by 3 if this champion controls a unit with support 2.
Wow.
Which it does. So I deal 5
5?
to you.
Down to 4.
And then my second action is going to be to draw a card because I have no more cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it's me.
Yep.
This rotates.
Yep.
You take 1
Rotates.
piddly
Yep. Remember,
damage.
rotate everything first, and then
Oh, yeah.
roll
1
effects.
damage.
This is done.
Yep, that goes away. So now, if you drew a spell,
I can't because I only have 1 card in my hand.
Right.
I mean, I have this ability that you know about.
they do.
I just
Well,
have.
let's-
Am I dead?
Let's pretend you drew a spell.
What if?
grab a spell from your deck. You are dead here.
Yeah.
But let's get a.
Here's a spell.
There you
Frightful
go.
Touch.
All right, so you deploy a spell into this lane,
Yep.
completing this champion's quest,
Yeah.
and you will then reveal the
blessing.
blessing underneath, which
Orb
is
of Immortality.
Orb of Immortality. So you would ignore any damage from a highlighted enemy or ally that would
Oh.
defeat you, and instead gain 4 health and expire
Oh,
this blessing.
sure. Okay.
I didn't know that was there.
That's impressive.
That's pretty.
Maybe.
That would be a pretty good turn.
Would be a pretty good turn. Let's say you did that, but you're not going to draw any cards because hand waving and cheating.
Too fair.
Yeah. All right, back to you, Megan.
Wow.
I think you might still die anyway, but that's all right.
We'll find
So-
out.
Rotate everything,
This rotates.
and that one will as well.
And this one
Then
rotates.
this
Yep.
triggers.
So this is going to go first.
Yes.
So you're going to deal 8 damage, which will kill you,
Yep.
but
Then I gain 4
you
instead.
gain 4 and go up to 8.
That goes away.
This has rend, though, so it can't be prevented?
It would not be prevented by cards that reduce
Oh,
damage.
gotcha. Okay.
Yep. And then 3 more.
You take 3.
Yep, so you will go, that will still happen. Go down to 5.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and
It's a big asterisk on this game, but
yeah. You just big time cheated me out of
yeah.
my win. How could
That's
you?
true.
I'm going to first deploy this, which is damage to your
Wow.
opponent. Increase this by 1 per support.
that is a big stack.
Jeez.
It is a big
of
stack.
orcs.
And as my second action, we'll draw.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, back to you.
Well,
Rotate first.
sorry. Rotate.
Yep,
Take
2 damage
2.
to you. You have to take 2 damage.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
There's nothing more I
1,
can
2.
do except draw 2 cards here.
Right.
All right, my go?
Yep.
Yes. And now you will die.
Yeah.
And now I
Now
will
you'll
die.
rotate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
0. Shake hands.
Yeah,
Good game.
Good game.
All right, so that's Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Maria, opinion.
Opinions. I loved, as I said earlier, the rotating mechanic where different stuff happened. And I loved that the decisions you made, you had to think about how you wanted them to affect the champions that you played and what they wanted and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot of different levels.
Yeah, I appreciated all of the different layers of thought that went into this. There were a couple of times when, like, I don't know how much I like having to spend actions to draw cards. I think there's a chance that I could end up liking it if I played this game more and it's like, oh, this is really strategic. But there's also just part of me, the Magic player, that loves drawing cards.
Because every turn you get to.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so part of me is just like, well, it kind of sucked for Maria at the end when she's like scrambling and it's like, oh, if we were each drawing a card a turn, it felt like it would have been a little bit more of an even game. Because I feel like limiting players to 2 actions already sort of can help mitigate someone having a bunch of cards in their hand. So I don't know why you need to both keep people limited to 2 actions and keep them limited in the number of cards in their hand. It felt like maybe too many levels of trying to control that.
There isn't a limit to the number of cards in your hand, but the ability to draw cards
That's what I mean.
on your turn
That's what I meant.
is limited in that it has to be the last thing that you do on your turn.
Exactly.
Now, I will say there are your units specifically, you have the cards that let you draw cards.
Yeah,
so like your
I
units,
drew
when they
2.
get to the third corner, it like
Yeah,
lets you
that's
draw
pretty
cards.
good.
And that's universal across a lot of, there are 4 factions in the game. This is just 2 of them, Destruction and Death. There's also Order and Chaos. So there are cards that let you draw more cards.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of the fuel that kind of keeps everything going. But it does sort of provide this sort of sine wave of feeling like you have a lot to
Exactly.
do and now you don't have a whole lot to do. You have a
Yeah.
lot to do and you don't have a lot to do.
And I think it just kind of stings when it's like, oh, if you hit the bottom of that when your opponent is starting to like really pressure you, and it's just like, oh, there's no way really for you to dig yourself out of that.
Yep.
And it's just because we don't have any way to, sculpt
I
our
do
hands
say,
more.
and I absolutely agree with that assessment. I say as a soft counter to that, it feels less bad to me when that happens to me than it does when I get mana flooded or
That's fair. Like that's
when
the
I
other
can't
thing
draw
that you
lands
don't
in
have.
Magic.
Yeah. And I did like I really like the bosses or the champions and the blessings. That mechanic to me
Yeah, I
was
think it's
really,
really
cool.
Yep.
I liked that one a lot.
Cool.
So it's something that you know what? I would definitely try playing it again.
Yeah, so would I.
So you can actually right now download the Age of
Wow.
Sigmar Champions app on Google Play or the iTunes Store if you have either of those devices. It comes with starter decks, and the cool thing about the Age of Sigmar Champions cards is each card, if you'll notice on the edge of the card, has these black notches cut into the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that represents a unique code that can be scanned into the app, and then you have
Oh.
access to 1 copy of that card.
That's cool.
Oh,
okay.
neat.
So if you have like this Turmoil of Souls, if you scan it, you only get 1 Turmoil of Souls. If you got another Turmoil of Souls,
It'd be
you could
different.
scan it, and the codes are different, so it is unique to that particular card.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
And the other really cool thing is if you're playing at a tournament or whatever, if you have your card scanned into your app and your opponent does as well, if you enjoyed the game you played with your opponent or you liked your opponent, you can each take out your apps, scan one of your opponent's cards, and the app will say, hey, I recognize that owner of that card is this person. You can immediately friend them inside the app
Wow.
and play them
Okay.
in games apart
That's
from
dope.
that.
That is super impressive.
Yep. So
that's very cool.
we'll set you guys up with accounts, and you can scan all of these cards into.
All right.
Each of the boosters does have these booster cards, and we'll put these on camera right now. That if you scan these, you become the owner of them if you're the first one to scan them. And then
Okay.
if you share them at tournaments or with friends or online, people can scan them, and you'll get additional boosters inside the app as well.
Wow. All
That's
right.
really neat.
I'll say like big props to that. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and having been playing online recently, it is it's very fun. It's very easy to get into.
Well, awesome. Thanks for teaching us,
Yeah,
Nicholas.
thanks.
Absolutely. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions. You can play it. It's by PlayFusion, and it is a Games Workshop product that you can pick up at your friendly local game store right now. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed that video, please hit that sub button and check out all of our other offerings at goodluckhighfive.com. And please consider becoming a patron of the channel at patreon.com/GLHFmagic. and help us keep making reviews, videos, and podcasts for as little as $5 a month. We're also always looking for new games to review, so if you make games or you know a company who does and wants to have their game reviewed on Good Luck High Five, please reach out to us at glhf@goodluckhighfive.com and we'd be happy to take a look. You can follow me, Captain N the Game Master, on Twitter and Instagram at CaptainNGM, and follow the channel at GLHF Magic. Remember, please shop at your local game store whenever possible. Until next time, I'm Nicholas, and good luck, high five.